Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, Senate File 2380 is a long overdue tax credit reform bill. It is the first step that cuts tax credit spending and brings more accountability to every credit. That accountability will give legislatures the information they need to make smart decisions about tax credit spending. If you haven't heard the public's anger about tax credit abuses, you just simply haven't been listening. The senators who have worked to develop this legislation did listen, and we responded with this set of reforms that will reduce Iowa's tax credit liability by more than $115 million. We've made tough choices that will save money this year, next year, and every year to come by putting everything on the table. We've started the process of making state government leaner, more accountable to the public, and better able to serve taxpayers. We are ending some credits, cutting many remaining credits, and dramatically increasing accountability for all tax credit spending. Dollars will be shifted away from large Wall Street companies and moved to support struggling Iowa Main Street businesses. These small businesses are the businesses that are creating jobs and benefiting Iowans. When it comes to accountability, tax credit spending will no longer be a secret to Iowa taxpayers. The money we spend on tax credits will no longer be on automatic pilot. Iowans will know if the money they spend on tax credits is producing the promised jobs and economic growth. Here's what the bill does. We suspend the film tax credit program for 2 years. We lower the cap on business tax credits from $185 million to $120 million. We cut the Iowa Fund of Funds contingent liability tax credit from $100 to $60 million. The research supplemental activities credit used by large corporations will be cut in half, and part of that savings will be used to increase the supplemental research activity credit used by small businesses. We impose a 10% cut, the same amount as last year's across-the-board cut, to many other tax credit programs. Finally, we create an ongoing oversight process that will regularly evaluate all tax credit spending. Credits which do not produce results will be fixed or eliminated. Here's the bottom line on this reform. Every part of the budget is being cut, and that will now include tax credit spending. The public will know who receives each credit and the purpose of that credit and the dollar amount spent on it. As we give tax credit spending the same careful, regular examination as the rest of the budget, we will both save money and make sure the dollars we do spend benefit middle-class Iowa families. I'd like to recognize a few people that worked on this. There's a working group of senators both in the House and the Senate. I'd like to recognize the work of Senator Stewart, Senator McCoy, Senator Olive, Senator Dotzler, Senator Yoakum, and also the House Chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Paul Shamshore, and a number of other House members that worked on this bill. Mr. President, those are my opening comments.